and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Nurse Alyssa, a wound care specialist dedicated to helping you understand and manage all things wound related. In today's video, we're going to be exploring a powerful tool in chronic wound management, calcium alginate dressings. Specifically, we're going to be looking at Ceeport brand calcium alginate. The Ceeport brand calcium alginate, it does come in packs of 10, and there's 10 individual sterile dressings. If you or someone you know is dealing with a wound that needs advanced healing support, this video will guide you through everything you need to know about using calcium alginate dressings, when to use this dressing, and how to apply them correctly. So what is a calcium alginate dressing? So a calcium alginate dressing is made from natural seaweed and calcium ions, designed to interact with wound fluid to form a soft gel-like covering. This gel maintains a moist healing environment and absorbs large amounts of drainage. Therefore, it makes it ideal for chronic wounds with heavy exudate. So what sets Ceeport calcium alginate dressings aside from other brands? So it uses medical grade alginate. It has high absorption capacity. It can absorb up to 20 times its weight in exudate. This prevents maceration and keeps the wound area clean and controlled. It provides natural debridement and healing, therefore reducing the risk of infection, as dead necrotic tissue is a breeding ground for infection. It's gentle on fragile skin. So Ceeport's alginate dressing, it is non-adhesive and provides painless removal, minimizing trauma during dressing changes. So how does it work? When applied to a wound, Ceeport's dressing releases calcium ions, which interacts with the sodium in the wound fluid. This creates a gel that fills the wound bed, maintaining the ideal moisture balance. Remember, we want to have a wound eyeball moist, as this provides the perfect moisture level for optimal healing. Calcium alginate also promotes clotting and protects fragile skin, resulting in a cleaner wound bed, faster granulation, and less trauma at dressing changes. Ceeport's calcium alginate dressing also conforms easily to irregular, uneven wound beds and cavities. So how do we apply and remove calcium alginate? So before you get started, you always want to wash your hands. Have clean hands washed with soap and water. And then we're going to get all of our supplies ready. So you want to make sure you have gloves, wound cleaning solution, gauze pads, your calcium alginate dressing, a secondary dressing to cover the alginate dressing. You may also need tape or bandages to secure the dressing in place, sterile scissors, and lastly, a waste disposal bag. So like I said, we always want to start by washing our hands with soap and water thoroughly. Make sure you've gathered all of your supplies and prepare them in a clean working environment. We want to keep our dressing changes as sterile as possible. You're going to apply your gloves, then start cleaning the wound with sterile saline or a prescribed wound cleanser. If there is slough in the wound, you're going to use a gauze and gently clean from the center of the wound outward to remove any slough or debris in the wound. You're then going to pat the surrounding skin dry, not the wound itself, but the peri-wound. Next, apply the calcium alginate dressing. So you are going to cut the calcium alginate dressing to fit the wound size, about 1/2 inch. So that's 1 to 2 centimeters overlapping onto the peri-wound skin. And you want to make sure you use sterile scissors for this. Place the calcium alginate dressing onto the wound bed, covering it completely. You don't want to pack a wound tightly, just loosely fill any dead space. The calcium alginate dressing, once again, it should overlap the healthy peri-wound skin, but limit it to about 1 to 2 centimeters or a 1/2 inch. So why the overlap matters. So this helps the dressing, one, stay in place and maintain a moist healing environment. It ensures complete coverage of the wound bed, especially if there's a wound contraction or exudate spread. Now, there are risks of excessive overlap. So maceration of the surrounding healthy skin is possible if the dressing becomes too saturated, causing skin irritation and breakdown from prolonged moisture exposure. It is best practice to trim the alginate dressing using sterile scissors so it covers only that 1 to 2 centimeters or the ½ inch margin around the wound. You can also protect the surrounding skin with a skin barrier wipe if there is a concern of excessive moisture or you note maceration on dressing change. Next, you're going to apply a secondary cover dressing. So you want to choose an appropriate cover dressing, such as a foam or gauze, to help absorb excess exudate and keep the dressing in place. So you'll then secure it with tape or a wrap or even an adhesive bordered dressing. Next, we're going to talk about how to remove a dressing. So once again, we always start by washing our hands and applying gloves. You're going to gently remove the existing dressing. Now, what do we do if the dressing is stuck to the wound? So if the dressing is stuck, moisten the dressing with sterile saline and wait for about 5 to 10 minutes. This helps rehydrate the gel, softening the material, allowing for a painless removal with minimal tissue disruption. Dressings like calcium alginate are designed to form a soft, non-stick gel when they interact with wound fluid. However, if there isn't enough wound drainage, the dressing may not fully gel, causing it to dry out and adhere to the wound bed. If this continues to happen, you may want to choose a different dressing that is for low to moderate amounts of exudate. Next, we dispose of the old dressing into the waste bag. You then will assess the wound for any signs of infection, so increased redness, swelling, odor, or purulent drainage. You're then going to remove your gloves and wash your hands. I did just want to show you how strong this dressing is when it is saturated because it is super strong. It doesn't pull apart. I have had some calcium alginates just really pull apart, and the Ceeport brand I wanted to test. So when I went to pull it apart, it does not pull apart. So this is a great dressing, especially if you're having problems with other calcium alginates and you need a dressing that is going to go inside of the wound and not pull apart when you go to remove it. I didn't see any extra fibers or anything like that. So that's why I really, really like this brand because of how strong it is. And it was no extra fibers because sometimes the little fibers can stick in the wound base, and I didn't see any of that. So how often do we change a calcium alginate dressing? So calcium alginate dressings are typically changed every 1 to 3 days, depending on the amount of exudate and the provider's orders. You do want to change the dressing sooner if you note that the secondary dressing does become saturated. When you contact a healthcare provider, so if you notice a foul odor, purulent drainage, increased redness or swelling around the wound, or even a sudden increase of pain, fever, or other signs of systematic infection, you want to be contacting your doctor because these are signs of infection. Now we're going to look at the types of wounds that calcium alginate are ideal for. So Ceeport calcium alginate dressings are designed to be used on a wide variety of heavily exudating wounds. This includes venous leg ulcers, diabetic foot ulcers, surgical incisions, donor sites, traumatic wounds, partial thickness burns, postoperative wounds, tunneling wounds, pyoderma gangrenosum, in moderate to heavy drainage pressure ulcers. Now we're going to have a look at common questions asked about calcium alginate dressings. Will it hurt when I remove the dressing? Ceeport's gel forming technology reduces adherence, making dressing changes less painful. Can I shower while wearing Ceeport's dressing? It's best to avoid getting the dressing wet. If necessary, cover the wound with a waterproof barrier during showers. Moisture from the outside of the dressing can compromise its performance. So if you accidentally get the dressing wet, please do change it to prevent maceration of the tissue. What if the dressing dries out and sticks to the wound? If the dressing becomes dry, gently moisten it with sterile saline before removal. This softens the gel and makes removal easier and less painful. This dressing is designed to be non-stick as long as the wound has enough moisture. If it starts to stick continuously, that may be a sign that the wound is drying out. So you may need to, one, leave the dressing on for a day longer, or possibly change to a different dressing that is more suitable for low to moderate amounts of exudate. Remember, you want to keep a wound eyeball moist as this is imperative for proper healing. Do I need a secondary dressing with Ceeport's calcium alginate? Always use a secondary dressing with calcium alginate dressings as they are non-adhesive. So a foam or gauze dressing will secure it in place and help manage additional drainage. Is this dressing safe for children or elderly patients? Yes, Ceeport is safe for all ages, including elderly or pediatric patients. Its gentle removal and hypoallergenic properties make it suitable for fragile and sensitive skin. Can I cut or fold the dressing to fit smaller or irregular wounds? Absolutely. Ceeport's dressing can be cut or folded to fit the wound bed precisely, which is helpful for small, deeper, or oddly shaped wounds. What should I do if the wound appears worse after using the dressing? So some wounds may actually look larger as slough or dead tissue is being removed. Remember, calcium alginate dressings do provide autolytic debridement. So this removes dead, unviable tissue. So this is part of the healing process as wounds cannot heal until we have a clean wound base. However, if you notice increased pain, redness, odor, pus, please consult your healthcare provider immediately as these are signs of infection. Can I use these dressings on infected wounds? Yes, calcium alginate dressings can be used on infected wounds. While they're not antimicrobial, their high absorbency helps manage increased exudate that's often seen with infections and reduces the risk of infection by maintaining a clean wound environment. Can I use these dressings with other treatments? Yes, so calcium alginate dressings can be used in conjunction with other treatments, such as an antimicrobial ointment, as directed by your healthcare professional. Care tips and storage. So you do want to store calcium alginate in a cool, dry place. You don't want to reuse these dressings. Each dressing is a single use as they are sterile. And you also want to keep a wound care log to record any changes. Caution. So this product is not suitable for dry wounds or third-degree burns. The dressing should not stay on a wound longer than 1 week. When wound exudate decreases, you need to discontinue use of this product and switch to a dressing that is more suitable for the amount of drainage that is coming from the wound. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you did find it helpful. And if you're interested in trying out this product for yourself, be sure to check out the link in the description for an exclusive discount code for my viewers. But that's all I have for this video, guys, and I hope to catch you in my next one. Bye for now. Don't forget to visit my website, thewoundconsultant.com, for all your wound care needs. Whether you're seeking professional wound care consultations, access to high-quality supplements, holistic healing, digital resources, informative books, or high-quality wound care supplies, we have everything to support you. Whether you're dealing with a wound or you're a healthcare professional, there's something for everyone. Visit today and take the next step in effective wound care.